GST is a bit more complicated if you are someone who is GST registered. So if you are making sales of goods and services in New Zealand of $60,000 or more, you must register to pay GST, and you can choose to register for GST if you're going and earning less than that. So GST registration means that you have to collect GST on your sales of goods and services and send it to the government. So say you're an apple seller. So you would normally sell your apples for $1, but now you've hit $60,000 worth of sales in a year. You've got to charge, if you want to keep $1 of each sale of apple, you're going to have to charge $1.15 and send 15 cents over to the government, and then you can pocket the dollar. However, there's another side of things. When you are GST registered, you are able to claim back from the government the GST component of everything you've purchased in order for you to make those sales. So an apple seller might have electricity costs, for example, which have got a GST component, and you can claim them back. So contractors and that sort of thing often will GST register, not because they're earning $60,000 or more, but because often their costs in terms of GST are more than what the GST component of their sales are. And they want to deduct the GST for the costs. So often real estate agents, for example, will GST register so they can claim back the GST component on the goods and services that they are consuming. Everything from marketing, you name it, they can do it. So that's really important when you're considering whether to register for GST or not. You've got to think about the amount of GST you are currently paying for the goods and services that you are consuming in order to produce goods and services versus the amount of sales that you're making and the effect that it would be for you to go and collect GST on those sales, and how much that would affect your prices and that sort of thing. So the system essentially means that you're having to charge GST and pay the government on your sales, but for the goods and services that you're consuming, you get to claim it back. But that's only if you're GST registered.